Alright, in today's video we're going to be doing a tie-dye pattern that I am going to call diamond weave. It's a pretty simple process, not too finicky, but there are some extra materials that you're going to need. First, we're starting with a white t-shirt. It has been soaked in soda ash and spun out in my washing machine so that it's just a little bit damp. The first thing we're going to do now is we're going to fold this shirt up so you can watch how I do that. Okay, so step one, we're going to fold the shirt in half. You do not have to be finicky about this part. Now I want the outside of the shirt that I'm going to be dyeing to be completely flat, so I'm going to fold this over. And then take this like that. Now the goal for that is that I'm not going to have to be working with a sleeve that's flopping around while I'm putting sinew on this. So that's pretty simple. Next thing we're going to do is I'm going to draw a pattern on this that's going to sort of explain why we're calling it diamond weave. Okay, next step, we're going to take washable marker and we're going to draw diagonal lines up the shirt. And next step, we're going to use sinew. I'm going to pleat along the diagonal lines, and then I'm going to tighten it up with sinew to create white lines in the final shirt. Same thing here. These don't have to be beautiful. It's the shirt is going to have a lot of abstract variation to it as it is, so you don't have to be ultra picky about making your pleats perfect. I probably will try, but not critical. The tighter you pull and the better overlapped your sinew is, the bolder and more obvious the white line that this is going to create will be. So if you want really bold white lines, do extra wraps and do it, tug it real nice and tight. But now let's just zip up the shirt. Okay, that's it. It's actually kind of neat looking. The diamond in this will make a little more sense when we pop it open, but here's the next step. I am gonna ice dye this, and I'm looking for colors that are pinks and purples and maybe light blues. This shirt is for somebody else. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to lay down colors sort of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'll probably repeat colors going up the shirt. But since we're going to do an ice dye, I'm going to get a tub with an elevated rack, and we're going to put this onto the rack with an aluminum foil ice barrier, and I will show you what that looks like right now. Okay, I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by the tote and the ice barrier, because sometimes I just move to the next part of the shot where it's already built. So let's see if I can get this in here. This is just a, like a plastic tote, the kind of thing that you get. These are specifically from Costco. They come in 2 packs. I know this is a pretty close shot, but that's the first thing that we're going to do. Now the next thing is I have wire baking racks. These ones specifically have these little feet on them, which is what makes it elevated in this case. I'm going to put that in the bottom of the tote, And now there is like 4 or 5 inches between the bottom of the tote and the rack, which allows for the muck to develop. All of the water, the melted ice and dye will be down here so that it's not up touching against the bottom of the shirt. Okay, let's bring the shirt back. I'm just gonna pop this here, and the next step is we're going to make an ice barrier out of aluminum foil. So I take aluminum foil, I fold it into thirds long ways, and then I basically make a loop around this. It'll be elevated, and that's there so that when I put the ice on top, it's sort of surrounded just over the top of the shirt. So let me get an ice barrier up now. All right, so this is aluminum foil. It has been folded into thirds. I sort of just have to guess how big it is, and I might have actually underestimated a little bit on this one, but let me get this guy taped up and we'll see if we can smush the shirt into the barrier. Okay, well, I guessed maybe just a tiny bit too small, but I was able to sort of smush it all in there. And I also decided to cut this down shorter. It was all the way up to like here. I know this is not a great perspective, but it was too tall. And when I go to pour the powdered dye on, you don't want to be flicking into the wall as you're doing it. That's just a little bit of extra info. That might not even make it into the video. So next, there's little sections here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's how I'm going to spread this out. So let's pull out some colors. Okay, I have chosen 5 colors. They're pinks and blues, purples, because I think these are all gonna go pretty nicely. So first we have raspberry, hot pink, coral pink, lilac, and wisteria. And I'm gonna put them down in that order. So it'll be raspberry, hot pink, coral pink, and then once we get through, there'll be 2 runs and the top and bottom will both be raspberry. So let me get some dye down. I just use plastic spoons to just pour a little bit of dye over the top. And there's no harm in going overboard unless you're trying to conserve dye, but usually I don't worry about that. Okay, well this looks kind of neat. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to put ice over the top of this, and then we're going to let it batch for 24 hours. I think the next shot that you will see will be tomorrow. I will get this washed out, but keep it all tied up, and then we'll pop it open. All right, let's get the ice on there first. Okay, so now we're gonna let this go for 24 hours. See you tomorrow. Well, I think I like the look of this. This is the top side, the side that had the dye directly on it. You can see the colors that we should expect when we pop it open. The back, it's a little bit darker where the dye sort of settled against the grating. You can actually, even if you look really closely, you can see some little marks from where it was resting on the grating. But now I am going to untie this. Fortunately, it's just one piece of sinew, which makes the untying process easier. So let me get this popped open. Okay, maybe just from that you can tell what diamond weave was all about. Oh, cool! Hell yeah! This turned out awesome! Alright, let's get it flipped right side out. Well, I like this a lot. I'm excited to see how it turns out once it has fully lightened up, but diamond weave. The centering's pretty good. I kind of like how these sort of these sections here, which I suppose needed to be just a little bit tighter on the sinew, so where the folds met, you have to really get in there pretty tight. This looks pretty sweet though. Yeah, really cool, these little diamonds. Okay, diamond weave. Well, if you like this video, if you wouldn't mind giving it a like, and if you'd like to see more of my stuff, I do one video a week. I might be switching over to a 2-week time frame, because I'm finding that I'm sort of having to finish the editing really quickly before upload day, so I might space them out just a little bit more to give myself a chance to try and maybe improve some of my overall YouTube skills. So if you'd like to see more stuff in the future, please subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the next one.